The month of January is normally a month of new beginning and new resolutions. However, for an aspirant who doesn't have a proper strategy or direction, it becomes a month of confusion. The major confusion that they face is with respect to whether to switch to the prelims or to continue with the mains or to go for the integrated pre plus mains. And if they decide to go for the integrated pre plus mains, what should be the strategy and what should be the time management? So this confusion prevents the effective utilization of their month of January and first 10 to 15 days of their month of February. Because after that, they normally shift to the prelims. However, after guiding and interacting with the hundreds of the toppers, I can say with absolute surety that this 1 to 1.5 months are going to be very crucial in your overall UPSC journey. Why? Because once you start your prelims, you won't be able to consolidate or do the answer writing with respect to the mains. So this 1.5 month becomes absolutely crucial in order to consolidate your means related preparation and to focus upon the areas which are going to fetch you maximum marks into your means. So the normal cycle that we suggest to the aspirants is that after December, so for next 45 days, what we suggest is to continue with the prelims plus mains integrated studies. In that, what we suggest is to follow the 60-40 strategy, where 60% or 6 hours of your time should go for the prelims, in which you will be focusing upon the big five revisions. That is the revision of the history, geography, polity, economy, and environment. And the 40% or the 4 hours should be given to the mains. In that, you have to divide your time between the optional plus essay and ethics. Now, why you should focus only on the optional and essay and ethics? The answer lies in the mark sheets of the toppers. If you analyze the mark sheets of the top five rank holders from last 5 years, you will find that the bulk of their scoring comes from these four papers. In GS, the essay and ethics, and the two papers of the optional. So this is the mark sheet of the Aditya Srivastava, where in essay and ethics, he has scored 260, and in his optional, he has scored 308. If you see Animesh, in his essay and ethics, he has scored 267, and in his optional, he has scored 286. If you see a mark sheet of Ananya, you will find she has scored 272 in her essay and ethics and 275 in her optional. Whereas the Siddharth, All India rank 4, if you see the marks of Ishita Kishore, she has scored 250 in her essay and ethics and 313 in her optional. Similarly, Garima Lohia has scored 272 in ethics and essay and 275 in her optional. Same thing is with Uma Harati, where she has scored 251 in her essay and ethics and 303 in her optional. And Smriti Mishra, All India rank 4, she has scored 261 in her essay and ethics and 281 in her optional. So if you compare the marks of all the top five rank holders from last 3 to 4 years, one common thing that you will find is that each one of them has scored around 540 or on an average 540 marks in those four papers only. After that, in the remaining three papers, even if you ensure on an average 100 marks each, then also you will end up with 840 marks. And if you add average 160 marks in the interview, that will take you to the 1000 benchmark, which will ensure your entry into the IAS. So for that, it's absolutely necessary to focus upon these four subjects. And That's why in this next 1 to 1.5 months, you have to focus upon these four papers. Now, coming to the essay, if you see the marks of the essay from last 5 years of top five rank holders, except for Aditya, Uma, and Utkarshit Vedi, all of them have scored around 130 or even 140 plus. So that means you have to target 130 to 135 in your essay, right? So if you target 130 to 135 in your essay and same in your ethics, you will also end up with around 260 to 270 in those two papers, plus 270 in your optional, which will take you to 540, plus 300 in other three GS papers, which will take you to the 840, and which will ensure your entry into the IAS. So talking about the essay specifically, if you see the marks or if you compare the marks of the aspirants of the essay, if you are scoring below 90, that means you are very poor into your essay. If you are scoring between 90 to 95, which is the average score, it will take you into it may take, if you score good into your optional and other GS paper, it may take you till the interview, but it won't ensure your rank. Or even if it ensured your rank, it won't take you to the IAS. Then from 95 to 110, so from 110 to 125, this will ensure your rank, but it doesn't guarantee IAS. So to ensure the rank into top 50, you have to score above 125 into your essay. Because generally the marks of the essay and ethics are related. Normally, you won't find a guy scoring 130 and scoring below 100 in ethics. So if you are getting 130, 135 in your essay, you will be getting above 110 into your ethics because the content is going to be same. Then this same strategy, okay, which we followed with our previous students, this is the mark sheet of IAS Rushali Kamble. She was my student last year. If you see her marks or if you analyze her mark sheet, you will also find that she has got above average is 138 marks in her essay and 108 in the ethics. Plus, she had scored 271 into her optional, which has, so despite having below average or above, just above average score in all the three GS papers, she got around 800 and ultimately she got into the US. And in this 1.5 months, you have to ensure that you are focusing upon these four subjects. Now, how to focus upon these four subjects? Let me give you a very simple strategy is that you give 1 day, so every alternate day, you give 4 hours for your optional and 4 hours for your essay and ethics. So every alternate day you will be giving for your optional and ethics plus essay on every alternate day. And on weekend, that is on every Sunday, you have to ensure that you are writing at least one essay and one mini test of ethics, which will be of 120 marks. So in the next 1.5 months, that is in next 6 weeks, if you follow this strategy, you will write around 6 essays and 6 mini tests of the ethics, which will make it 3 essay tests and 3 ethics tests, which will be more than sufficient as far as these two papers are considered. Because After this, you can directly switch to the prelims, and after the prelims, you can just revise it and you can start your answer writing of essays and ethics as earliest. Okay. Now, to start the essay writing, the simple thing that you require, because see, the content is going to come from your ethics paper, some from your GS2, and some from your optional. So, content is not a criteria for an essay paper. So, what requires for an essay is the understanding of the demand of the essay paper and the consolidation of structuring aspect of your essay. Okay. If you understand these two things and if you accompany this with sufficient amount of practice, you can easily cross 130 marks in the essay. So, to understand the exact demand of the paper and the structuring aspect of the essay, join me tomorrow at 7 p.m. for the webinar on the Topper's Blueprint and the art of structuring powerful essays. In this, I will be discussing all the important aspects or the fundamentals with respect to the essay writing and structuring, and I will be showing the implementation of the same strategy which is done by AR to Animesh Pradhan. And I will be discussing his essay in order to explain the structuring and the content as well as the overall strategy with respect to the essay writing. Thank you.